What is good, you guys? It's your boy Coach Smooth back here with the College Football 26 San Diego State Aztecs to end out year number 2 here, as we've had a phenomenal year. 9-1, 7-0 in conference, and it's led us to be ranked in the top 25. Not only that, but ranked in the top 10 as we're getting ready to take on Nevada, our last conference opponents, and then BYU to finish out our schedule. And we'll have to see if we can stay ranked here inside of this, because right now we're looking really good for a college football playoff bid as the 10th seed right now overall, in front of teams like Alabama, USC, slightly behind UCLA. So some teams that we want to keep our eyes on there in the newer conference that we would love to move towards. But we'll look to see if we can finish up our dominance here of the Mountain West Conference, finishing off with a perfect 8-0 conference record here. And we get to do it at home against a team that has been doing pretty good in the conference standings here in Nevada. I mean, they only have 2 losses, so they are playing with a chance to play in the conference game against us. We've already clinched our spot at 7-0, but they only have 2 losses, and there's a lot of 2-loss teams there in that mix. So we'll have to see if they're able to come out here and show that they want to play in that great. And if they beat us, they'll be great. Just going to set up right back for another rematch. So we'll be looking to see how we can take on this team. And it looks like they want to come out and run read options already. One of the ways to beat our team that we've seen consistently is read options, a quarterback that can scramble and run effective play actions here. As we go ahead and get to the quarterback here, they went with the hurry up after the speed option, getting our first sack here of the day. So our defense is going to be hunting here today, trying to get even more sacks. Look at all the pressure coming from the left side. Is able to evade it and still find his receiver. But short of the first down marker, they go with a quick 3 and out here to start the game. And then now it's back to our offense, which last time out had a phenomenal time on the ground, and we're looking to keep it going here. Andrew Paul getting us our first carry there for 25. And let me know down below, man, as we come to the end of year 2, what game has been your favorite? What highlight has been your favorite? What player has been your favorite here at the end of year 2? And if you guys have any favorite players on this roster right now, who are you going to be the saddest to see leave if they do leave? Great spin there by Boston going to the outside. He might be the person I'm saddest to see leave. He breaks off 3 more tackles and scores. Touchdown for the Aztecs after an amazing catch and run. Yeah, a play like that, I think Bostic's the person I'm going to be the saddest to see leave, hands down. Caught that, spun out of 1, juked out of 3. Can we get a replay, please? If you go back and count that, that's 8 total defenders that he had to make miss on that. One of them came back twice, so 7 different defenders, 8 total though, that he had to make miss on that long touchdown grab. And if that's any sense to Nevada's game here today, it might be a long outing for them. So not only are they running a lot of hurry up here early, they're giving them plays like that on defense, going with the draw play here up the middle. Good solid gain of 2. Maybe it's because the shotgun draw made it look like it was way more than I really thought he had got 5. Or like 6. I thought that was actually a good run. Coming back here, 3rd and 8 though. Still running the hurry up. Pressure gets picked up. Throwing this one deep down the field. Great coverage though by our DB Phelps at that time. Able to knock that one down. Another quick 3 and out for them. And now Jaden's lined back up here in empty. Looking. Fires this over the middle. Short. But yeah, let me know down below, who is your favorite player right now that you think could possibly leave? I'm hoping we return back at least a good bit of this team. But, I mean, if we start listing off the guys that could potentially leave, Jaden, Jordan, Jacob. I'm over listening first names. Like we actually say their first names a lot. Jaden, we do say a lot. But Bostic, Napier. Thankfully, we have our tight end coming back. We could be losing both of our halfbacks, though, in Cardwell. As he takes this one to the end zone. Juke move, and he's in. Just as we're talking about him possibly leaving, one more home touchdown in the regular season here as he gets us up 14-0. But yeah, we could be using Cardwell. We could be losing Paul. I mean, if he decides to transfer and or go pro, he doesn't have to return back. So that's a huge part of our offense that could be going. Now, thankfully, we did it a lot in scouting as far as the freshmen at those 2 positions at halfback and receiver. This year, we've got 1 and could be 2 really good quarterbacks coming in to take over that spot. So it's definitely going to be a competition between possibly 3 quarterbacks here, as that's Josiah Cox with another interception. Got one in the last video. He's back here again today, ranging all over the field. That was a beautiful range, though. He was all the way on the other hash, came over, snagged that one out the air. Once again, Nevada's drive is stopped short. And we're still in the first quarter. 6 minutes to go still as Andrew Paul takes us to the left side. Gets us a first down carry there. So 2nd and 10, we're going to go right back to him. Up the middle. Bring in Cardwell after 2 good runs. Throwing this one to the outside, though, short of the sticks is McClure with the catch there. I think McClure is a junior, too, as well. I think a redshirt junior, so he might even potentially not even be here. So that's 3 receivers that we could be losing out on. But we scouted like 5 of them that are freshmen and not playing right now. So hopefully they get good development in the offseason. They can come in and play. Let's go ahead and just settle for our 3 here. I told you we want to make sure that Kevin's getting those kicks in. Because when we go into the college football playoffs, we're going to need to take every point that we get. Any chance we get to get a field goal, unless it's like 4th and 1, probably going to be kicking. Now, offense gets the ball back here again to end the first quarter. Throwing this one out over. That's on Walu, the rookie freshman tight end. Look, don't be mad at me if I mix up the professional with the college terms here. It might well be a rookie. So we throw that one out to Cardwell. Great catch as he's wide open. Haven't seen that play so butt booty naked since year 1. As Cardwell takes that one out to the end zone untouched. It is 24-0 here in the second. They still have yet to score. We got the ball back in the red zone yet again. Throwing this one out on the out route, and that's an easy touchdown grab for Bostic. And this is quickly turning into like one of those highlight type of games. As we are just running up the score, and Nevada's not showing any type of way. I can't even believe they've only lost 2 games inside the series, but they are 5-5 overall, so maybe this is why. Dropping back here, rolling to their right side, looking, eyes up the field still. He's going to take off on his own. Slides down to protect himself, comes back here in the gun, looking, he has his halfback open underneath. Instead, he goes down the field, and that's knocked away. And see, it's more plays like that if the CPU would just take those underneath throws. Anthony had his halfback. We run that play too. Have your halfback open underneath. That's an easy first down and more, but instead he tried to get it all back in one play. And now we're seeing Acevedo, one of the best return men in the league, get the punt return. As he takes this one out to the right side. Nobody's going to be there to get him. Foot race to the end zone. Beats the last defender as he's in there. Touchdown for Acevedo. That's what, like his 3rd punt return for a touchdown? 4th punt return for a touchdown? Somewhere around there. We had none all last year. We have multiple this season now thanks to Acevedo there on the back end. Really glad to have him. Sometimes you can't be, the best at your position group, but you can be best somewhere else on the field. That's an interception there from their Mike Backer. Finally getting a good play to happen for them. Maybe a little too late here to start off the second half as they throw this one over the middle. Easy grab there by their receiver on the in route. And now they're looking to score their first points of the game, sending in pressure as he trucks his way into the end zone. And the Wolfpack are finally on the board here. 38-7. So we got to see if they're able to do anything else here in this game. You see we're about 8 minutes left to go in the third. Trying to eat up as much clock as possible. Obviously, this game is well but over. We don't want to risk injuries here near the end of the year as McClure catches another touchdown pass. Wide open off the play action fake. And that's an easy score to get that 7 right back. It's 45-7 now. And Nevada's offense maybe trying to copy one of our plays here. Motioning their halfback out. Looking. Scans the field. Throws it deep. And it's another interception. Phelps snags this one down. Going out to his left side. Foot race to the end zone. And is finally taken down by their back. But he puts us in goal territory after the interception there. Trying to do a little bit too much on that pass. You had the slant route open underneath. Instead goes with the go ball. And then here we're just going to settle with the out route. There's that McClure again. His 3rd receiving touchdown of the day. One of the best games he's had in this series. So we are now up 52-7. Got the ball back on offense here near the end of the third quarter. Trying to just, as you can see, run this clock out. So plenty of Cardwell and plenty of Andrew Paul here. So we're trying to rotate them back and forth so no one gets injured. No one gets too tired. Going this one up the middle. Another first down run for Cardwell. Going right back to him again, this time to the right side. Big run gets us up to the 9-yard line. About a minute and a half left to go here. Going to the right. If he had just looked left, he probably could have scored and got out of there. We're going to let Paul go ahead and finish this drive off, though, here. Under a minute to go in the third. And we are now into 60 points in this game. One of the highest scoring games we've had all year. This isn't about a defense just wants to go home at this point. There's no way they have any fight left in them. You see here 2 minutes left to go in the game. They finally get a receiver screen here to work, and they're finally back in the end zone. I had to show them, get at least one more highlight here before the game ended. They got a touchdown here right as time was expiring, but so did we. We can't let that go unsettled here. Cardwell racing his way up the field. Easy blocks by the receivers, and he will not be caught. 66-14 victory here against the Wolfpack, ending off an 8-0 conference run. And now that we've been able to do that, the easy work is now out of the way. We still have one more game though to defend ourselves. As Cardwell held 3 touchdowns total, 136 yards off 15 rushing attempts. One of his best rushing games since last year, being the sole back to touch the ball. But yeah, now everything's out of the way as far as conference play. You love to see all them arrows pointed in our direction. About the only thing they had is red zone percentage, and that's just because we were just down there a lot. But we still got to take care of BYU because I still want to finish with us ranked. I would love to make the college football playoffs, and I feel like if we lose to BYU, although we're ranked 10th now and have been slowly going up the board, a loss to BYU could not only drop us potentially out of the whole rankings, but drop us definitely out of college football playoff contention with 2 losses, and both of them being to actual big-time schools in the Power 5 conferences. Yeah, we're not going to lose that much longer, but shout out to Paul and Cardwell both getting over 100 yards rushing. Paul up 155. Didn't need our receivers to do too much today as everybody got 2 touchdowns. I thought McClure had 3, but everybody getting at least 2 between him, Bostic, and Cardwell. We didn't even see Jordan catch a pass all game or get a target. Defensively, didn't have too many highlights for them because they were just shutting everything down. 2 more sacks for Trey White's great year. We also got DJ Herman, our will linebacker, on the field quite a bit here. He was actually able to go ahead and come in and get 2 sacks as well for him. And then our interceptions came way of Phelps and Cox, so shout out to them actually getting some turnovers. And fresh out of that game, you can see Jacob Bostic sets the career receiving touchdowns record for San Diego State's school history. Now, as far as our recruits, just more guys getting to the top 5. Looks like Alani Hurley here at center goes ahead and commits to Cal. So that's unfortunate. We lose out on one of our center targets. So we got to add some more of those to the board because I did want to get some interior offensive line depth, mainly at center. So we had like 3 of them on the board and we lost out to 2 of them. So looking to still increase this board here a little bit. Matt Nestor here still has us at number 1 as he goes into his top 5 now. But it's even bigger of a battle here now between us and Nebraska. So we want to make sure that we can try to get this 5-star. At least we have a 4-star though in case we can't. But Brian Caldwell gets player of the week this week. And you can see here we are on top, and it's Buffalo at 5-2. Colorado and Wyoming both at 5-3. Fresno State and Nevada both at 4-3. So Buffalo still has one more game. If they lose, it's a tie, and I don't know how the tiebreaker would work because that's a lot of teams with 3, and they're set to go up against Air Force, who is 5-6 right now, 2-5 in conference. This could very easily be a game they walk away with, and if they do, then we'll be getting our rematch there with, or they'll be getting their rematch with us, as we were able to go and take them down. Now looking at BYU's schedule here, they're 7-4, 6-3 in conference as their losses came to Iowa State, UCF, and Arizona just the week prior to us. Not a tough schedule that they've played. They played some teams that we've had recruitment battles with, but not a terrible schedule that they faced here. But would definitely be in the Big 12 conference where we're looking to move. So, or Big 12 conference, like a Power 5 conference, which we're looking to get into. So this is another test for us to see what it's like playing against a Power 5 school. Obviously, things don't go too well when we play UCLA, but we did almost win. Came down to the last play of the game. BYU is a strong roster as well. 3 guys at 90 overall or better. Only 4 at 85 and up, but a lot of 80s in general. Their quarterback here, Stephen Wakefield's at a 79 senior. True senior, so he's been playing all 4 years. Halfback here, junior Sanoa Moa, who's 81 overall, so maybe not much from the running game. But their backup is hurt too here as well, so it looks like they'll have to go to the fresh. No, he's hurt too as well. Angel Varese and Makari both. Okay, so they're going to have to go to true freshman Matthew DePola, the 5th running back on the list here, if they need a backup. So they better hope they keep Moa fresh. And especially at this point in the season, that is some bad injury luck. Receiving core, though, is great here. They actually have a 90 on top with Bachmeyer, Waller III. Here's a redshirted freshman's an 82 overall, which is good to see. Tight end room is kind of weak, though. So I'd say we definitely still have to worry about the pass here. They've got a great offensive line by college standards. At defensive line, it's actually going to be pretty good, too, as well. So we got to make sure that our front 5 is ready to block against this, as they have a 90 defensive tackle coming right up the middle. Linebacking core looks pretty good, and their DBs, although very short here, so they only have 4 cornerbacks up here on this roster, they're all very good. So also we'll be tested with our run game and our pass game. There's a reason why they're 81 defense, 79 offense. We got to see what we're able to come up with here in this game. I'm very, very worried about what this defensive secondary could do to our pass game. As you can see, we live and die by our passes. So sliding into this game at BYU too as well. So we'll be playing this game not only against a tough opponent, but on the road to end our season. Gambling a little bit here. As the reason why we picked BYU, we had a little, not like a rivalry with them, but they had played them before in the past and lost in the big game. So I was like, why not? Somebody that has some type of relevance to us in terms of historical standing. So we're going to look to take out the Cougars here on the road in front of their home fans for their last game of the year. So their senior night. Oh, yeah, I just realized that would have been like our senior night in last game. Way to put up 66 points then, seniors. We start with the ball on offense here. Stadium Pulse is going crazy. Of course, here on the road, they're going to be a tough team to beat as we go ahead and start with our running game here. Andrew Paul gets us a little bit of a gain of 5. We'll see him a lot more in today's game since we won't be in a blowout style fashion. Hopefully, we'll have a lot closer game here for you guys here early. Motioning across on Walu. Paul again, 3 straight carries. It's another first down. Going back here, going to give the ball right back to him again. Heavy workload here on this first drive. A lot of times we do try to go away from that run here about halfway through the field. We're going to go to Cardwell here. This time is Paul has seen a big workload. We get 3 there off of him. Paul comes back in, facing a little bit of wear and tear here early. I just need this first down run for you really quick. And also, you can always tell when I'm actually worried about an opponent. I go a little bit more conservative with my play calling. We run the ball a lot more, especially early. So we finally get a pass play out here to Bostic. Good grab, and he gets us up into the red zone. I'm letting Jaden use that arm a little bit, only to go with the play action fake here to the left side. That's on Walu with the first touchdown of the day. In the end zone, we take the early lead against BYU on our first drive of the day. Ate up a lot of bit of time, too, as well. Now it'll be up to our defense to see how they can answer. And Tosu and Wale getting that great score there for us. BYU, they've got a strong quarterback, but there goes Onwa out of the backfield. They give him a lot of carries. They don't really have a backup to kind of take over. So let's get some of these big hits going. Trey White gets him for the TFL. 3rd and 13, a passing situation here. They're going to go to the gun. Looks like that's a receiver screen as we're going to be out there to go ahead and grab that up. Great play by the DB to get off the block, and they're actually going to punt the ball to us. With that being said, we're going right back to our passing game. There goes McClure with the great catch after a fine game yesterday. Demetrius Hill got hurt on that last defensive play, so we will be missing him to at least start up the first part of the next drive. He's going to drop back here from Jaden, rolling to his right side, throws that one out. Jordan with his first catch here today after being all but quiet in yesterday's game. Coming right back here with a screen pass. It gets to perfection there. Blocks get set up, and Cardwell gets us the first down. 100 yards through the air already for Jaden. We're in goal territory, 9 yards away. Handing this one off to Cardwell as they snuffed that one out and lose a yard. So instead, let's try to motion him out of the formation, see what that linebacker does. He moves out the way for us. We're going to roll to the right, throwing it out to Bostic, and he's open. Took a little bit longer to develop, but he's still going to be wide open eventually. And that's our second score of the day here. We're up 14-0 now. The Aztecs winning big here as we're still getting heavy pressure there on the blitz. Look at the man coverage on the field. Everybody was blanketed too. That's what I like to see. Like, yes, the blitz is getting in there, but are our coverage guys on the back end and man coverage holding up? And they're keeping up with these BYU receivers and tight ends. 3rd and 16 now. Starting out the second quarter. Throw over the middle of the field is wide open. I think that was Cox in coverage that time. Letting his man get open. I think we did go to zone cover 3 that time, so I don't know why he was so wide open over the middle. Terrible run lanes here by KT missing, and then Will just absolutely disrupting the tackle there, just kind of getting shrugged off. We're going to go with another receiver screen here to the outside and slips underneath the tackle. All right, Hill, I can't even blame you for that one, bro. Like, I thought he was going down too. He just went right under your arm. So now go to the center here. Hand off again, getting the first down grab. So get closer to goal territory. They're going to go with the screen pass here. This close to the line of scrimmage is crazy. And so we're able to actually stop the one. Thankfully, Trey White gets him from behind. They're going to go goal line. So big man on big man here. Going to go with the toss play instead of the QB sneak. They sold out up the middle and works out the outside with perfection. And they might have just woken up. The Cougars finally on the board. And that was actually Matthew DePoyla too as well. The 5th string running, the true freshman. Getting their first score here on the day. Congratulations to him. I don't know if this is his first score of the year, but the one to beat us is the 5th running back on the roster. That kind of sounds pretty bad, y'all. We better answer back quickly. So we're going to go with the handoff here to Paul to the outside. Getting a little stuck in a backfield. It looked blocked up, but at the same time congested. Nowhere to go. Now 3rd and 11. Jaden's going to drop back. Blitz is going to come in here. It's not going to get there in time, though. Bostic with the catch and run gets us into the red zone as he's finally taken down at the 11. And just like that, we're in a chance to score as Paul goes up the middle and gets stuffed out. Bringing in Cardwell here for this 2nd and 8 now. After the short run, trying to get our way into this end zone, handing this off up the middle. And Cardwell will going to be taken down for a short gain there. It's still 3rd and 1, 2 yards away. We're going to switch Paul back into the game here. Wide open running lane up the middle is a touchdown. And there we go, right back in the end zone to re-increase this lead back up. And now it's 21-7. So BYU, how do you respond back to keep this game closer? Staying in the shotgun here. Pockets collapsing, throws us out just before he's hit, and that's a good catch. I think that's at 31. I guess their tight end is wearing 31. So good catch by the tight end there. I thought we might have been able to knock that ball loose, but apparently not. Sending in a blitz here on 2nd and 6 as we get home. And under 2 minutes to go, they're going to go with the no huddle here. It is 3rd and 13. We're going to get a stop. We might be able to still get points here before the end of the first half. Pockets looking good. Throws it out, and that's our first down catch. They're going to stay no huddle here. The Cougars are trying to score before time runs out. So that clock, although they got the first didn't stop, I guess it doesn't do it in the first half. So clock is still moving. Blitz is coming in this time, and we're going to get home again. Tanu Latuli. So this time we went with sending in a blitz, trying to be more aggressive here. We're going to do the same thing. Coming right back with the same blitz. Trey White around the edge after the pancake, or I guess that wouldn't be a pancake on defense. Ran straight through the tackle to get there. They actually call a timeout. So 3rd and 25. They're going to go split back shotgun here. Going to their halfback as we go and stop him short on 4th and 15. So we call our timeout. And it'll give us a minute 14 to travel up this field and try to get more points here before the end of the half. Throwing out to Onwalu over the middle, and he holds on. 3 defenders around him, and that was actually a tight throw. So good arm strength there by Jaden to fit that one into the window. Coming underneath here to Jordan as that's knocked to the ground. It'll now be 2nd and 10 here for the Aztecs. Pockets looking good. Fires it out there to Onwalu again. No, that's Bostic this time with the catch. Keep forgetting some of our trips formations has Bostic out there. Some of them have Onwalu. It's just whether we go 4 receivers or 3 or not. As there goes Onwalu on that catch. 5 catches here through the first half already. Definitely been using him more in the last half of this season. Getting him ready for a year 2 where he could have to take over a huge role. Depending on what our receiver room looks like. Rolling out to our right. Jaden on the run. Finds Jordan backside. Look at the jump throw to come back and grab that one. 26 seconds left here as the clock is. Oh, no. I guess it stopped temporarily, but as everybody got to the line, we were good to go. So 20 seconds left. Trying to score here right before the half. Finding Onwalu again. Oh, he couldn't get outside the nickel. Moving out, Cardwell to the outside. Look at the blocks getting set up. Foot race to the end zone, and we're in there. It was just one-on-one coverage. The linebacker did not get out fast enough. And when you're trying to race Cardwell to the end zone, it's a losing race every single time. So in the first half here, up 28-7 against BYU. This is turning out way better than I would have expected. against a Big 12 opponent. Not even just like a low-end one. They are fighting for the chance to play for their conference championship. They're the second team seeded in that Big 12 right now. Surprisingly, even though the fact they're not ranked, but they've done good inside of the Big 12, just not good in their unconference game schedule. And we're actually holding up on our own against them here, barring a second half turnaround. As BYU is moving this ball here. Look at the read option. Great move to the outside. And good job there by Phelps to slow him down. Not allowing the receiver to block him. Sending a blitz here. He gets picked up and then it doesn't. Halfback gave up on the block attempts. It looked like they had stopped us there for a moment. Then we just got around the edge. They're going with the handoff here on 2nd and long. And there's nowhere to go with that. Looks like they're sending pressure again. It was just a little disguised, though. They drop back in coverage. Throw goes out, and we're going to go ahead and wrap that one up short of the sticks. It's 4th and 12. Looks like they're going to go with a field goal here. It's about 53 yards out. Left hash. That kick is up, and it is cleanly through with plenty of room. So good job by BYU, finally putting some more points on the board. It's not like we haven't done second half comebacks, so we got to keep our eyes on it as they send a late blitz there. Why would you blitz from so far back? I think that it looked like it was like the lone safety up high came all the way back there to try to blitz. By that point, it was just an easy throw out there for the first down. We're on our side of the field already. Jaden out to the right side. That's Bostic with the catch. One more man to beat here. Jukes a little early, but not going to get around him. 5 catches for over 102 yards. Coming right back here with Carwell in the backfield. They're going to go with the screen play. Goes behind the blitz. Plenty of running room here. Spin move gets him. And he gets taken down inside the 5. Over 300 yards of passing yards for Jaden here today. And he's looking for another throwing touchdown here on 1st and goal. Trips to the left. Looking. Fires it to the flats. And that's knocked out of his hands. Same formation look here. Rolling around. Pocket stays open. And this time he finds McClure. Wasn't able to gather the last one for the touchdown. This one he able to hold on to. And this game is slowly but surely getting out of BYU's reach. They need to use every drive they can here. They're going to drop back. Throw goes out. Knocking that one out of his hands. Motioning in their receiver here. Faking to him. Faking to the halfback. 3 people in the backfield. That's a triple sack there in 1. We sent a DB blitz on that one. Phelps was in the backfield too. He was the first one to make contact, so he'll get a little half sack for that. Dropping back here on 3rd and 18. They're going down the field to get it all back, and we knocked that one out. Great coverage. Stops the drive right there. We're going to get the ball back on offense here. Look at the play action. Great pickup there by our back. Paul finding Jordan over the middle for a great grab, and he gets to start half of the field. Going to pick things up in the 4th quarter here now. Trying to waste a little bit of time. Throw goes out. That is on Walu with the catch and run. 356, 4 touchdowns on the day, no interceptions. And again, another clean game here to end out the year. Play action works to perfection as Jordan gets us the first. Sending 4 this time around. Going to roll out of the pocket. Jaden's looking, eyes down the field. He's just going to take off himself and truck his way into the end zone. The BYU defenders would not stop him as Jaden would not be denied for his 5th touchdown of the game. It is 42-10. In the 4th quarter, we've seen crazy comebacks before, but this one, 32 points down. It's going to take an absolute miracle here from BYU looking, throwing deep down the field, and that's almost intercepted by Tanu. Receiver coming in motion here. Whipping his way back out. Throw goes out to him, and it's tipped at the line of scrimmage. And that'll give us back the ball here on offense. We're going to go with a little fake toss out. Throwing over the top. That's on Walu. Great catch. Leading him forward. Puts us into the red zone. Over 400 yards of offense again for Jaden. So he goes and hands this one off up the middle to Paul. I don't know how we haven't seen Jaden up there for possible Heisman Trophy runner-up. But maybe after some last couple of games, he will be as that one's out to McClure. Another touchdown. His second 2-touchdown performance day in back-to-back games. And this was just an easy route of BYU. 56-10. I don't know. Y'all let me know down below. I think we might be ready for the move to the Big Ten. I mean, Big 12 ain't Big 10, but to take down one of their top teams, to only lose to UCLA by 3 points, and we could have won on the last second grab if Jordan holds on to the pass. I mean, we're losing a lot of those guys that helped us do it, but I think this team could be ready for that shift. All the arrows once again over in our favor. Wakefield, 220, no touchdowns, no interceptions for him as he tried his very best, but it was not enough. Running game, look here, Moa, 11 for 44. DePaulo only had that one rush for a touchdown, too. That's the only time he touched the field, but great game by us. Jaden ends up with 6 touchdowns, no interceptions, 7 total touchdowns with the rushing one. Paul goes for 80 yards and a touchdown. Cardwell, 6 for 50, so we kind of slacked up on the run game here today, but that's because we were throwing the ball all over the field. I mean, Walu, 8 for 117 and a touchdown. I think that's his first 100-yard game. Bossa gets to 102 and a touchdown, so he didn't catch another pass after that last one that we saw. Jordan actually getting back into the action today, too, and 2 more touchdowns for Jerry McClure. An absolute monster of a game for all of our receivers. Defensively, 2 more sacks here for Tanu Latuli here. 10 total tackles on the day, 3 TFLs, 1.5 tackles for White there, 2 sacks there for Cornelius. All in all, I think this team is ready for college football players, and that's what's going to be the real big test here, seeing how we do in this playoff bracket then. So now we beat a Big 12 opponent, but we're going to be facing all of the Power 5 schools here if we want a chance to go after that natty. So Trey White sets the national single season sack record as he's on his way to having a phenomenal season. Surprised he's not in the Heisman talk. As we look at the possible signees here, we get locked out of, it looks like 2 guys boards as we're 4th on Isaac here and Cruz. Power has us listed as number 1. We're in this top 5. Hope has reached a recruiting battle with us and Cal, and we've lost out on Nick Soriano here to Utah. The 3-star edge rusher is going to go over there to them, and we lose that recruiting battle. So losing out on, we got an edge rusher signed, lose out on our second one. We have a third one that we're currently in a battle with right now that we could possibly lose. Jaden gets player of the week for the Midwest Conference, 423 yards, 6 touchdowns. So shout out to him for that. And it looks like we're playing Buffalo in the conference championship game for the Mountain West Conference. Wow, first year here and they already replaced Boise State in a good way. As we look here at the bracket, Boise State actually in the bracket too, as well as a 12th seeded team. So they're there going against Pitt, Alabama against us, as we are currently the 8th seed and 8th ranked team right now. Nebraska, Texas, UCLA, Oregon, and you got Notre Dame, Georgia, Clemson, and Ohio State. So this would have us playing Alabama and then Georgia right back to back. 2 SEC opponents, and if we're able to even win one of these games, I say that's a wrap. We need to be in the Big Ten. If we take down an SEC team, because the first one we have to face is Alabama, one of the greatest college teams of all time, no bias, maybe. It's going to look crazy, but here goes the conference standings. Looks like a lot of teams finished with 3 losses. Fresno State, Wyoming, Colorado State, and Buffalo all had 3 conference losses, so I don't know how the tiebreaker went on that, but it looks like they gave it to Buffalo. So, I mean, Fresno State, Wyoming, and Colorado State could have easily been here. This is a close division, and we're just kind of like the leading front runner. So I think it's time for us to head out and have a team come in and replace this that actually can match up with this, because you see everybody else is pretty close and contentious with this. The only team that's drastically underneath performing is Hawaii. So maybe we even need to move them down a conference and move somebody else up into a conference that's doing good at a lower tier conference. But y'all can let me know how y'all feel about the conference movements and stuff. I'm trying to make them more balanced so that the games are even. Of course, there's always going to be a team that goes, only wins 1 or 2 conference games, of course. But you see how many teams are at the top with just 3 losses. If you exclude us, that's 4 teams fighting for 2 spots. So I'll catch you guys in the next video where we will be playing just the conference championship round and getting things set up for the college football postseason. Love every single one of you guys. Wish me your boy Coach Smooth. I'll catch you guys in the next episode. I'm gone. Later.